It's 1997, and the world is holding its breath as the gates to Isla Sorna creak open, unleashing a stampede of cinematic dinosaurs and a cast of soon-to-be icons. The Lost World Jurassic Park isn't just a sequel. It's a pop culture juggernaut roaring into theaters on a wave of hype, suspense, and that unforgettable John Williams score. Fast forward to 2025, and the stars who ran for their lives from rampaging raptors are living entirely different adventures. Some have soared to new Hollywood heights, others have slipped into quieter corners of fame, and a few have stories juicier than a T-Rex's lunch. Today, we're digging deep into the main cast of The Lost World, where they were then, where they are now, and all the gossip, glow-ups, and jaw-dropping transformations in between. Let's start at the top with the legendary Jeff Goldblum, the man, the myth, the meme. Back in '97, Goldblum reprised his breakout role as Dr. Ian Malcolm, the sardonic, chaos theory-spouting mathematician with a knack for surviving dinosaur attacks and stealing every scene. Who could forget that iconic open shirt pose from the first film, or his deadpan delivery as Isla Sorna descends into prehistoric pandemonium? At the time, Goldblum was already a certified Hollywood oddball, known for his quirky charm and jazz piano skills, but The Lost World solidified his place as a blockbuster hero. Now, in 2025, Jeff Goldblum is a bona fide pop culture phenomenon. He's hosted his own eccentric talk show, The World According to Jeff Goldblum, where he deep dives into everything from sneakers to ice cream, all with that signature offbeat flair. He's been a Marvel villain, a grandmaster, and let's be honest, the king of viral interviews. Who else could turn a stuttered into a trademark? Off-screen, he's become a fashion icon, regularly spotted in bold prints and those ever-present oversized glasses. An end in a twist worthy of Jurassic Park itself, Goldblum's music career has blossomed. He tours jazz clubs worldwide, crooning standards and playing piano like a pro. Family-wise, he's a late-in-life dad, raising 2 young sons and often sharing adorable, surprisingly normal dad moments on social media. At 72, Goldblum is living proof that chaos, at least the fun kind, never goes out of style. Sliding over to Julianne Moore, who burst onto the Isla Sorna scene as Dr. Sarah Harding, the fearless paleontologist with nerves of steel and a penchant for getting way too close to baby T-Rexes. In '97, Moore was still on the cusp of superstardom, already critically acclaimed but not yet the Oscar darling she'd become. Her role in The Lost World gave her blockbuster cred and showcased her ability to balance brains, heart, and a healthy dose of action heroine energy. Fast forward to today, and Julianne Moore is nothing short of Hollywood royalty. She's nabbed that elusive Academy Award for Still Alice, racked up nominations for everything from Boogie Nights to Far From Heaven, and continues to slay in indie dramas and mainstream hits alike. But here's the inside scoop. While Moore's filmography is stacked, she's also become a muse for high fashion, gracing runways and front rows in head-to-toe Chanel and Gucci. Off-camera, she's championed women's rights and literacy, even penning a best-selling children's book series. And let's talk about that ageless glow. Moore's red hair and porcelain skin have become her calling card, sparking endless beauty column speculation. In 2025, she's the epitome of smart is sexy, still picking daring roles and proving that action heroines aren't just for the under 35 crowd. Now, we can't talk Lost World without the force of nature that is Vince Vaughn. In '97, Vaughn was the new kid on the blockbuster block, playing Nick Van Owen, the wisecracking video documentarian who brings both comic relief and a surprising sense of heroism. At the time, Vince was fresh off his breakout in Swingers, and The Lost World put him front and center in a global franchise, showing Hollywood he could do more than sling witty one-liners in smoky bars. Jump ahead to 2025, and Vaughn's career has taken more left turns than a lost Jeep on Isla Sorna. He's gone from bro comedy king in Wedding Crashers and Dodgeball to hard-bitten drama in True Detective. Along the way, he's become a fixture in both high-concept comedies and gritty thrillers, never quite letting audiences pin him down. Insiders say he's become selective with roles, preferring indie gems and character-driven scripts over tentpoles, though he's always game for a cheeky cameo. Offset, Vaughn's traded the Hollywood party circuit for a quieter life in Chicago, focusing on family, philanthropy, and according to those in the know, a secret obsession with classic cars. He's also producing behind the scenes, helping launch new talent, proving that even in the world of dinosaurs, evolution is key. Arliss Howard, who brought us the slick, morally ambiguous Roland Tembo, was already a respected actor's actor in 1997, known for scene-stealing roles in Full Metal Jacket and Natural Born Killers. His turn as the big game hunter with a code put a human face on the mercenary side of dinosaur wrangling, and his gravitas was undeniable. As of 2025, Howard has quietly built a reputation as a powerhouse both in front of and behind the camera. He's become a go-to TV director for prestige series. Think The Americans and Mad Men. And insiders whisper that he's the secret weapon directors call when they need a tricky scene to really sing. Married to fellow Lost World alum Deborah Winger, Howard keeps a notoriously low profile. But those in the know say he's a mentor to younger actors and a regular at New York's theater scene. He may not be trending on TikTok, but in Hollywood's inner circles, Howard is a legend, proof that sometimes the best careers are the ones you don't see coming. Speaking of scene stealers, let's not forget Pete Postlethwaite, whose performance as the ruthless, world-weary hunter Roland Tembo is the stuff of movie legend. In 1997, Postlethwaite was already revered in British theater and film. Steven Spielberg famously called him the best actor in the world. The Lost World gave him a worldwide audience, and his gravitas anchored the film's more outrageous moments. Sadly, the world lost Pete Postlethwaite in 2011, but his legacy lives on. His post-Lost World years were marked by a string of unforgettable roles, from Inception to The Town. Off-screen, he was a passionate environmentalist, campaigning for renewable energy long before it was Hollywood chic. His family has kept his memory alive with a foundation supporting young actors. And every year at the BAFTAS, there's a quiet toast in his honor. Among his Lost World co-stars, stories still circulate about his razor-sharp wit and legendary generosity. He's one of those rare stars who left the business better than he found it. Now for a deep cut. Vanessa Lee Chester, who played Kelly Curtis Malcolm, Dr. Malcolm's whip-smart gymnastic daughter. In 1997, Chester was the ultimate 90s kid, fresh-faced and fearless as she took out a raptor with a gymnastic kick that's still hotly debated by fans. Her role was groundbreaking, one of the few young black actresses in a major action franchise at the time. Since then, Chester's journey has been all about reinvention. She's dipped in and out of Hollywood, guest starring on everything from The West Wing to How I Met Your Mother. In recent years, she's pivoted to behind-the-scenes work, producing indie films and championing diversity in casting. Insiders say she's a fierce advocate for underrepresented voices in Hollywood. Social media sleuths have spotted her at industry panels and activism events, and rumor has it she's working on a memoir about her Jurassic days. While she's kept a lower celebrity profile than her co-stars, Chester's impact on young viewers, especially girls of color, remains undeniable, and her next chapter is one to watch. Richard Attenborough, who reprised his role as the visionary and occasionally reckless John Hammond, was already a cinematic titan in 1997. As director of Gandhi and star of countless classics, Attenborough brought both twinkle and gravitas to the franchise. His catchphrase, "We spared no expense," became an instant meme before memes were even a thing. Attenborough passed away in 2014, but his influence looms large over both Jurassic Park and the wider world of cinema. His legacy is kept alive by his family and a new generation of filmmakers inspired by his work. Fun fact, His brother, naturalist David Attenborough, continues to narrate some of the world's most breathtaking nature documentaries, a fitting tribute to a man who brought dinosaurs to life for millions. Rounding out the main cast, Richard Schiff as the hapless, unlucky in the dino draw, Eddie Carr. In '97, Schiff was just beginning to make waves in Hollywood. The very next year, he'd become a household name as Toby Ziegler on The West Wing. His turn as Eddie was short, but oh so memorable, and fans still debate whether he deserved a better fate. Today, Schiff is a TV mainstay, with a resume stretching from The West Wing to The Good Doctor. He's become the go-to for complex, world-weary authority figures, and his Twitter feed is a treasure trove of political insights and behind-the-scenes anecdotes. Industry insiders say Schiff is one of the most respected actors in the business, known for mentoring up-and-coming talent and never shying away from a good debate. So, what ties all these stories together? The cast of The Lost World. Jurassic Park didn't just survive a dinosaur-infested island. They navigated the twists and turns of Hollywood, each forging a unique path in the years since 1997. Some leaned into blockbuster fame, others pursued passion projects, and a few left us with memories that will never fade. From meme kings to Oscar queens and quiet legends, the Lost World crew proves that there's life and plenty of drama after running from raptors. And just imagine, if Steven Spielberg opened the gates to Isla Sorna again in 2025, what would this cast bring back to the island? With careers that have evolved in wild and wonderful ways, one thing's for sure, the real adventure never ended. Subscribe for more content.